Okay, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Juice Plus Journeys. We are excited to be here with you guys, sharing some super information. Uh-oh. There we go. Hello, echo. And my name's Doug Farrar, and I'm excited to host this kind of video podcast thing tonight. We are going to share stories, is what we do here, of people that are passionate about health and wellness, but they're also doing a business called Juice Plus and making an impact not only on other people's lives through health and wellness, but also in their own finances. So this whole thing is intended to give you kind of a little bit of a behind the scenes about how things work and who we are, and I don't know, just give a little peek into our business and why we're so excited about all this stuff. So I'm going to jump right into it. I have two great guests on tonight. We just call them the sisters around our parts. And Melissa Hetrick I'll start with the big sister, Jennifer Judd, and she is a school teacher, elementary school teacher, bless her heart. And Melissa Hetrick is a pharmacist, and they're both involved in the Juice Plus business, and they're health and wellness proponents, and they're just awesome. So we're going to just kind of talk about some stuff. So, ladies, let's start off just by sharing a little bit about the Juice Plus products and why you were attracted to them and what you're excited about with the products and stuff.
Well, how about if I ask Melissa how she even discovered Juice Plus?
Okay.
And then we'll move into that.
All right, you go for it. I'm gonna
You got her off track.
All right, I'm gonna remove my spotlight. I've already been reprimanded. It's all you.
I'm totally distracted by your large face.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cute. It's cute. Doug, keep us on track. So hi guys, I'm Melissa Hetrick. I'm a pharmacist. I'm a Juice Plus partner, cat mom. I'm going to try to hope they stay under control. Stepmom, and yesterday was my birthday. So I learned about Juice Plus from Jen. And if, maybe some people on here follow me on Facebook, I put a post up the other day that literally said, I started Juice Plus because my sister told me to. And I knew she was healthy. She was always athletic. And her friend at work, a fellow teacher, was like super fit. So I was like, okay. And at the time, why I looked into it for health was because my husband and I were going through fertility treatment. So it was like just another thing that I added on to my regimen of trying to be healthy. But Jen, I really don't know why you got started. Like, why did Dana bring it to your attention?
Well, she was my friend and she was very healthy, and I knew she was everything that she was interested in. And I trusted her. So I thought, if she's taking this in order to stay healthy, then I want to take this too. So that's actually how I started. And then I just brought you along for the ride.
Okay. But why did you decide to not to be more than a customer?
Well, I was a customer for I don't know how long, but then you were taking the product. Dana was our distributor. And then mom decided, because we were raving fans, that she wanted to take it also. So Dana said, well, right there, you'd have 3 trios. Your order, I can put your sister under you, and then your mom can order. So I'd have 3 trios, and I would make $100 bonus. So I thought this was awesome, because then it would help me to pay for my product. So ever since I became a partner and got that $100 bonus, all of my earnings have paid for my trio since I was partner from the very beginning. So then I thought, oh, well, what else could I do? I could pay for things that I don't normally do for myself, like maybe
and can we pause and say that so we grew up with a single mom. My money always burned a hole in my pocket, and Jen probably like squirrel money under the mattress. So,
No, Uncle John always said, put your money in your underwear drawer.
oh, well,
Right.
guess it depends what kind of underwear you have. Um, all right, so you decided to join, and I just posted the other day, like literally you asked me 6 or 7 times, and I finally said fine. Like not fine, not like great, let's go, let's make money. I was like, fine.
Yeah, and then you had 10,000 questions that I really couldn't answer because I was a new partner myself.
Yeah. So I like to, you know, when you start something new and people are like, I don't know what to do. Well, it's just ignorance on fire. Like we literally didn't know what we were doing. We would do events together and like Jen's sponsor would come and have to do everything for us. And I always say like my COVID blessing, because you got to find positives and things, was meeting Doug and Sharon via Zoom because Zoom exploded then.
Mhm.
Like I don't think we would have really met them.
Well, I
Um,
think we learned a lot just being on Zoom because there was
yeah,
nothing to do. You were locked in your house, and it gave
yeah.
us opportunities to connect to all of these different events and to learn more and hear other people's stories.
So I know I have my own story, but is there anything that made you join more or less because of your profession as a teacher? This isn't a question we rehearsed, so sorry. You can say no.
No, because I just joined Dana, because of Dana's influence and
Because
because
it made
what
sense.
what kind of person, yeah. And well, then if I could make a bonus and get money back on my product, yeah, it made sense because then I could start paying for my product.
And I, as a pharmacist, like I honestly was I was skeptic, and that's what Jen's saying. I asked like 1,000 questions. I remember being on a call with someone and I was like shooting everything down. Um, and I don't know. I just started to learn about the research, and from my science background, it just made sense. It just made sense. It's literally just food, and it actually propelled me into what I'm doing now, going from the treatment of people with prescription medications to trying to prevent disease and get people off of medications.
So before we go any further, in case we have some new people on here, why don't we talk about our favorite product and
Okay.
then we can ask Doug to jump in as well for the
With his,
treatment.
okay. What's your favorite product? What's your favorite dinosaur? Did you take one?
No, because then I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight. Illuminate.
Oh, okay.
So Luminate is for me a coffee substitute. It provides mental clarity, mental focus, and mental energy, and it absolutely increases your mood, which is great for a teacher on a day when you don't sleep good and you need to entertain 25 little humans in front of you.
Mhm.
Um, and I can tell you on those days that I don't sleep well and I still power through the day.
Mhm.
Um, absolutely. You know, when you could definitely tell when I'm working on bigger projects like at school, like it's just like bang, 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 bang. I have to do this, 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 this. And it's just kind of like crossing things off your list. And I literally can make it through the entire day.
Wow.
But can I go on?
Mhm.
Okay.
You may.
The other thing is, I'm kind of like a white knuckle person when I'm driving, like through Philly or in New Jersey and things like that. So I take this when I'm going on a road trip, and I can say that absolutely I have felt more relaxed. And it's not that I can't pay attention.
It's
Um,
like it helps you focus.
yes, yes. I just was
You
driving.
just actually like feel normal.
Yeah, one time when I was driving, then I was even like, oh my God, I'm like in Philly. Right now, I'm like in Philly and I'm not like gripping the handle. And I just was looking, oh, can I go? Yeah, so that has been a game changer for me, which has given me a lot more confidence on the road.
Okay. Okay.
What's your favorite product?
I always Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? Complete. So Complete is our Juice Plus shake mix. It comes in chocolate and vanilla, and it's formulated with a good profile of macros and amino acids. So that's why it's called Complete. And it helps your blood sugar stay stable. So they call that low glycemic. So you're not bouncing up and down. Like Truth bomb. We were at the beach last week and we always go to this place called Naughty Donuts, as in nautical. And it's like the donuts and they put cream on it and they put blah, blah, blah. So, after the donut, I'm like, more donuts. And then I like crash. So complete, I love because I can make it in a shake. I put it in my overnight oats. I can make energy bites. We sometimes make pudding and it's just delicious. It's just delicious.
I love it too.
I'm not sure, Doug, if you feel like jumping in and talking about your products now,
Yeah, I
what you
mean,
like.
I love.
Welcome back, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, yes. I mean, I got reprimanded, and I'm gonna just be real careful with these two. I'll tell you what. I'm a little nervous. They have the microphone, but I'm just gonna go old school. I mean, the Juice Plus itself. We Juice Plus is the company, but the actual product called Juice Plus is fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. And we have this new version called Superfood Powder, which is just unbelievable. And I love it. And I even mix that sometimes with a Luminate. So like I call it a Super Lumi. And you just put one of each in there and shake it up really good. By the way, if you're using superfood powders, the trick to getting it really dissolved is just shake it for a nice long time and just enjoy the shake process. Stretch out the wrists a little bit, but it is delicious. And you can even put it into the complete shakes, Melissa. It's super good in there. It makes it like a cherry bomb or something. So
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's just amazing. Our products are awesome, and I do have to say though that the complete. I was gonna say complete before you said
Oh,
complete
sorry.
because that's been like our breakfast for like over 20 years. So I notice a lot of people when I talk to people about health and about how to get healthier. You kind of ask, what are you having for breakfast? And a lot of times people are having like bacon and eggs or like bagels with cream cheese or honey buns and stuff like that. And it's like the Juice Plus Complete gives you like all these awesome ancient grains and quinoas and just great clean vegan protein powder. So it's just a really good balanced breakfast that satisfies you for a long time because it's got a low glycemic index.
For sure. For sure.
All right,
So,
back over to you.
okay.
Thank
Here's
you.
where the serious questions start.
Okay.
How has our relationship changed? So, the title of this was From Sisters to Business Buddies. So, we wanted to kind of have a real talk, and we should have probably prefaced this with we used to do a live video on Facebook called Sister Sunday. Like every Sunday, every other Sunday, we've kind of fallen off the track several times. I don't know. Jen has no kids at home, but we fell off the track now. Where we're just like, it's just like shenanigans. But we're promoting something,
There is some
healthy every
amazing
time, like whether it's
shenanigans.
like mental health or, food health or whatever,
Yeah.
or healthy Super Bowl foods where I dressed up like Mike Ditka. Um, so how have you felt like our relationship has changed doing this together, like becoming business buddies?
Well, I think we always had a good relationship. Like there's,
I'm just kidding.
yes, we have.
I'm just kidding.
We did.
Mhm.
And we always got along and we always, played games together and Barbies and things like that.
I always,
What?
I always lost.
Well, now you're a winner. So then we got married. I mean, we both still live in the area, and at the time when we both got married, we were both in Northampton still. And we would see each other and always see each other at family affairs. But I think that our relationship has grown stronger. And, now I know they always say, oh, you're not only my sister, but you're my friend. But it's like the truth. So
Mhm.
I'll call you for anything and everything.
I
And
think it's made our communication a little different. Like we send a lot of messages, we send a lot of audio messages, we check in with each other. Like I feel like for me, I mean, I said too, like our relationship was stronger, but I feel like I have a different level of respect for you just
Mhm.
because I know. You think I'd act nicer. Um, just like in like, because you get to know each other, because like doing any kind of business, like you really got to dig down deep into yourself if you really want it to work. And I think you were going to maybe talk about it later, but like you get a lot of fears, a lot of weird stuff comes up. And I think I just um got to know you better, like as a mom, as an adult, as a woman. And it's just like, I don't know, it's different. And it's always great to have a buddy. Like it makes, it strengthens your partnership. So
That's with anything, not
yeah,
just a
yeah,
business, with exercise, with eating right, with, going on your walk, like
yeah.
with doing your yoga, whatever.
And-
It's if you have someone that's holding you accountable, it's a
right.
lot different than trying to hold yourself accountable.
Well, and that's something you do for me, holding me accountable, and that's something you've always done. And I think I'm going to transition into trials and challenges that we've had because something I thought of, I now do this full time. So I left my pharmacy career after about 6 months. I did go back part time to something different, but in a pharmacy. So I still have my active license. And um, what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Challenges.
I know, but I forgot there was going to be a point. Ooh, lost it.
Okay, you can interrupt me. So I am working full time as a teacher, so I only do Juice Plus as part time. And depending on the teaching season, as the beginning of the school year, the end of the school year, or report card time, like then my Juice Plus time kind of like dwindles. So what I do try to do is do it when I get to school first thing in the morning, which I get to school 45 minutes earlier than I need to be. But then as your teammates start to roll in, you know what I mean? Then conversations start, you start talking about what you're doing for the day. Um, so that's my intention is to work on my DMO every morning for
What's
a
a DMO?
daily method of operation.
Okay.
So it's my list of things to do, my list of people to contact. Sometimes I organize it by the day. Sometimes I just make a list of what I would like to do. And as I can check them off in the morning, I do. And it goes through the week. And then after dinner, I try to finish up maybe what I did not start. I mean, what I didn't finish from the morning. So that makes it difficult because I try to be consistent every day with diving into the business a little bit, but depending on what's going on in my full-time profession, it makes it a little difficult. So that's my biggest challenge.
Well, and you're much more regimented and um like you stay more consistent than me, and I think that's just how you are. Like I kind of let my life sort of throw me off track. And what I was going to say was now that I do Juice Plus full time, I'm learning more, like going to boot camps, going to extra conferences, meeting other people. And it's easy to think, I know more than you. I know more than you.
Well,
And
I would say no more than me.
what, but I've had to take that down because sometimes I say things to you and I wouldn't say that to another partner. I wouldn't treat someone else that way. I was thinking about that. But the reason I wanted to segue to that was talking about buddies. Like when we suggest you get a business, but like a buddy in the business, it doesn't always have to be the same buddy. Like Renee's on here. Renee's my buddy in certain things. Karen's my buddy on certain things. My mom is still my buddy, even though she's not in the business. Like you meet people that kind of fill little pockets. Kelly's my new business buddy because she's like this marketing whiz and, knows lots of cool stuff and healthy recipes. Like you find all kind of people, but it's good to have that one person that kind of motivates you and does things with you. Um, my biggest challenge, and it's not actually, I won't say it doesn't happen because it happened Saturday in the car on the way home. I get triggered because she's my bigger sister. And I'm like, I'm not going to do
That's
that.
when the attitude comes out.
Clearly, I'm the snarkier one. Excuse me. I get triggered when she tells me to do stuff. And like, I was thinking, you were my track coach one year in high school, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not running there. No. run the bleachers, you go do the bleachers. Um, and it's just like when your sister tells you to do it. Um, Another thing that came up was like business conversations taking over family time, which I think we try to be respectful, and our family kind of like calls us on it if it's too much. Any other challenges that you face?
No, that's my biggest one.
Can I pop in with a question for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple of people were wondering about accountability. Like, how does that work? Like when you have a buddy in the business, like how do you guys hold each other accountable to like what you're working on and things like that?
When I get in the car at 7:05 in the morning to go to school, I text Melissa and I was like,
You're
let's do a
awake.
little check-in. So she's usually up, and so it could be 5 minutes, it could be 15 minutes. Rarely is it my whole 22-minute ride to school, but that's something that we've done.
Depends how many people she yells at while she's driving.
Um, but I think that's something that we have stayed pretty consistent in, and it helps to just say, okay, hey, what are you doing today? Or we're having this event tonight.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or when are we going to talk about it? Did you follow up with so and so?
Well, and that kind of goes to our next point of how do we navigate being different personalities, one being full-time, one being part-time. And one of the things Jen does for me is hold me accountable. So, did you follow up? Did you invite? Did you print out the salad jar recipe?
Mhm.
What time are you coming over? Um,
So I think, like you said, we text a lot more. So some of our accountability would be through text messages, and or I sent you
yeah.
that email regarding, our event. Did you read it yet? Like just following up and checking in with the person, whether I really like the morning phone call.
Mhm.
But then other than that, it would be our
And
text.
it's probably not every day, Liza, that we call each other. But it's probably at some point. Um, but I know Doug and Sharon are business buddies too, and I probably talk to them at least daily or every other day, just something simple. So I think if we don't talk in the morning or the afternoon, we definitely text about something.
Mhm.
Um, Something you help me with that. So like you help me with my reminders, being organized. I don't know what happened to me. I mean, I made it through 6 years of pharmacy school. I obviously was organized. So you really helped me stay organized and stay on track. And kind of how we started this conversation, you helped me live the mission that is Juice Plus. Did you drink your water? Did you get super mad? Did you exercise today? No. No, I didn't. That's okay. Doug asked me that too. He's like, you need to do more than 15 minutes. I'm like, who says? Who says?
Oh,
Um,
keeping your body.
but no, seriously, she helps me. Like when we were at the beach last week, I am a sucker for snacks. So uh I literally was planning my meals like 4 weeks before we went. And then I was like, we need a code word for when the dips need to go away and I need to stop eating because I'll just keep eating stuff that I don't eat all the time because it's there. So we like, you know, um,
You only had to use the code word one time. I was proud of you.
yeah, thank you. Um,
So, anything else?
well, I just wanted to go back a second. I don't know if you mentioned the ways I help you.
Well, I was just going to.
Okay, trials and challenges, like something I think everybody kind of struggles with these days is social media. What are you supposed to do? Do whatever you want to do. Don't be a perfectionist about it. And I want to highlight, thanks, Diane. Um, my Power Hour morning buddies are on here. I want to highlight, we made a reel at the beach. There were two words, margarita, margarita. I messed mine up. And I'm like, should we redo it? And she's like, yeah, we should redo it. I'm like, nobody's going to look at this. We're not redoing it. Like, I don't even know if there was a margarita in her glass. Like, we just went with it. You can spend hours working on the perfect post, but don't forget you have to get off of social media and talk to people and be in person and that kind of thing. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay. And by the way, it's margarita. All right. So we talked a little bit about you helping me, encouraging me, and getting me out of the fear of doing things. So I don't like change. I don't like change. So, or I think I kind of have a problem committing to things. So Melissa's like, "Oh, we're gonna do this vendor event." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "No, I don't want
Like to
to."
just add stuff on at the last minute.
So,
What are we
so
gonna say? Who cares?
yeah, yeah. And I'm very, very regimented. I need the script. I need to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. So you help me to get out of that fear. Encourages me to do new things, try new things, or just commit to the vendor fair. You help me stay connected with team and business since you are now immersed full time and I am still part time, and just letting me know about happenings, announcements. Hey, make sure you get into Voxer and check the messages, things like that. And also, since you're doing this full time, you have been scheduling all of the events, and I kind of just show up.
Hopefully on time. Just check. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we definitely have different styles. Something else I think I try to help you with, maybe because I've not that I figured it out, but like it's not personal. Like we were reading something the other day and we were like, "Oh, yeah, no, your friends and family don't run from you when you talk about Juice Plus." And we were like, maybe sometimes they do.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And even if somebody like when somebody doesn't message me back and they apologize, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I probably didn't respond to you." Like, or if somebody says, "I don't want Juice Plus," or "I don't want to do the business." Well, I didn't want to buy that pair of jeans at the Gap either. The Gap doesn't care. Why do you care? It's not personal. So that's something I think we've kind of learned along the way. And it's
Well, you still help me with that
I
because
know sometimes because
sometimes I
sometimes
know
you're
it's
like,
just like right here at your heart.
but I don't know, Doug, would you like to come back and um we have a really cool thing happening right now in the business, and like
I'm back.
if anything sounded if this was mass chaos for you, we apologize. If it was great and you want to give it a try, why not try it? Dip your toes in. What could go
You know,
wrong?
it was cool when as you guys are talking about working together and like figuring things out, and like in the chat, Lisa talked about like using your strengths. It's similar to the way Sharon and I work together because we are a married couple doing the business together, and that is true. So, everybody has their own strengths, and everybody can do the business their own way.
Mhm.
It's like the bottom line is the way this business works is that we talk to people and share that we have an awesome maybe or maybe not a solution for what may or may not help them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Getting more fruits and vegetables. I mean, everybody needs more fruits and vegetables, so it's kind of easy.
Mhm.
But you can do that a million different ways, and there's billions of people on the planet. So the real question comes like, how do you find people to talk to? Well, some people do it at their elementary school, like Jennifer, or Melissa does networking meetings in the morning. I like to hang out at the golf course, so you can do it a multitude of ways. But I was wondering if anybody had any other questions. They can feel free to raise their hand or just go ahead and unmute, or you could just put it in the chat. I would love to hear if you have anything you would like to ask the girls about. And you guys, ladies, we're gonna finish up with just asking for like one tip for people that are like, if somebody was doing the business, because there's people that are gonna see this that are thinking like, maybe I don't know if I want to do this or not.
Okay,
So
so
a
I'm
tip
gonna
of
say
like getting started, or maybe a help in making that decision, or once they start, like a tip for getting going. But I'll be watching the chat for anybody that has a question. And oh, Karen, did you have a question? I saw you unmute there.
I just wanted to ask what keeps you ladies sharing through the busyness of life? Like, why do you keep sharing? Jennifer, you've got the full-time job. Melissa, it was important enough for you to, go part-time with pharmacy.
I think, well, as long as you are staying connected and doing something, talking to people, like sharing stories. Like for me, like a spark lights up inside. Like when I'm at Melissa's house and we're doing sourdough, whether I have one or two people attend or five, like it's always exciting for me. Like I always feel good. I feel good having the conversations. I feel good talking. I get excited. And that's probably why sometimes I have that letdown because I'm so excited. And I see potential for people and their health, and I just want them to jump on board and like I did and experience all the greatness that's going on.
Well, and I think the other side of that is because what I thought you were going to say is we get to hear the stories of all the people that are successful.
Oh yeah,
Get to
absolutely.
hear
That too.
the
It's
people
like
like
amazing.
some people have these wild stories, like people like me, and I had a hard time sharing for a while because I started this for fertility treatments and I was like, people are going to be like, well, where's your baby? And I'm like, I don't have one. And they're like, so I should take this product? But what I realized was my face was clear, clearer than it ever had been. People don't think Jen and I are as old as we are. My digestion was better. I was in my 30s having to take things to go to the bathroom, which is not normal, and energy. Like I just had this energy throughout the day. Like I stopped having like that afternoon slump. And I know Jen can say that too.
Absolutely.
Something I heard today, and I don't think you guys always say this, like Doug and Sharon, Karen, everybody says this, but I don't think I understood it. I'm going to go with conferences. When you go to a conference and you like a product is a product, but then when you meet the community and get into that group, like it somehow hit me that like I had found a tribe of people that were like me and thought like me and supported me and cared about me. Like if I could tell you the amount of books Doug and Sharon have given us to like read and to look at and podcasts and different ideas, like it's personal and professional development. And I think going to that conference and just getting that vibe and being surrounded by all the people that are thinking the same, that's kind of what keeps me going. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that keeps me going too, is that, people might, I don't know what it looks like from the outside looking in, but, network marketing gets a pretty bad rap sometimes. I mean, there's some bad actors out there that, I've been in that situation with, like an insurance company or something where I thought they were coming over to be my friend and have dinner, but then they come over with this big binder, and next thing I know, we're right to talking about insurance. And it's like, oh man, you didn't even tell me that was going to be happening. But there's all kinds of weird stories out there from network marketing people. So it kind of stinks because I feel like we do things a lot different in our company and in the culture and the people that we really are about health and wellness. So I think not everybody buys Juice Plus when you're teaching them about health and wellness, but you're still teaching them about health and wellness.
right.
And everybody needs to know that because the numbers are pretty clear of like how unhealthy people are and how many
Right.
people are having to, deal with cancer and heart disease, diabetes, and you name it. So,
And we don't know what people are thinking. Like when Jen's saying she comes to an event and she gets excited and you think you connect and you're like, ah, this would really help you. You don't know what they went home and did different. Maybe they don't buy Juice Plus, but you still could be back here in the back of their head.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for coming on. You
Thank
guys are
you.
awesome. I want to
And I
encourage
think,
everybody hearing this. Jen, go ahead.
yes, you had mentioned, I thought you had mentioned,
We're
and
not
I
done
missed the
yet,
bullet
Doug.
point on your list. Go ahead.
so, well, you said, well, I thought you were going to say, like, to close it out, and about, like, so if you are interested in doing what we do and becoming a partner and joining the business, what is one thing I would say to you is just do it. So it doesn't mean like you could be a lifer and love this and get immersed, or maybe you'll come in and find out it might not be for you. But if you feel excited right now, you should just do it. Because right now, if you sign up as a partner, they're going to give you that money back, that $52 back for you to buy product of your own. So you're signing up
Yeah.
for free, essentially.
Yeah.
So if you felt any sort of excitement, I'd say jump on it and get back to the person that invited you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer. I forgot I
You're
asked the question of what advice you would have.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
Good thing I'm making notes.
Good thing. Shoo. Good.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of pressure having these
Doug's
two
gonna
on.
have to go relax after that.
I'm kind of glad it's over. But thanks to everybody for coming on. Thank
Thanks,
you,
guys.
ladies. And as Jennifer said, just do it. I mean, if you're interested, reach out to the person that shared this with you and find out more, because it's awesome. I know it seems like we act like it's too good to be true, like we're drinking the Kool-Aid. Well, we are. We're drinking the Luminate Kool-Aid, but it is pretty awesome, and we're all enjoying ourselves. Yeah, Illuminate.
I don't
All
believe
right.
she didn't have one.
All right, you guys have a great evening.